Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of my dearest Bhagavan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Sai Ram, dear children of the global Sai family. Today's program is a small talk with slokas, bhajans, and lot of stories. And the title is Lord Ganesha and Human Values. I'm sure all of you love Lord Ganesha. Who can't? The cute elephant-headed Lord with chubby body and a mischievous smile and a cute little eyes. We start today's program with obeisance to Lord Ganesha and Guru Vandana, which is the customary.
Kritunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurame Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah.
You all know Lord Ganesha, but what are these human values? When Paramatma created the human beings, he set a many values system inside him which was kept folded, and it was for the humans to unfold it. Out of that, 5 main human values are very, very essential for us to be called humans. Otherwise, there will be no difference between the humans and the animals. What are they? Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa. Truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. These are the 5 values we should have in us and exhibit in our day-to-day life. This is what the Lord wants, Baba wants us to do, and that is why he gifted the education in human values to the children of the world. This is the greatest gift for all of us. Now let's see how Ganesha had divine plays in his life. He created some divine leelas, we call it, like a small play to teach each value he practiced so that his devotees will also practice. It's very important. So it's very playful, but it has got a deep meaning. We are going to go through small stories for you to understand the values and put it in our day-to-day lives. First, we'll start about his name. Everything of Ganesha is value-based. Do you know that he is the remover of all the obstacles and difficulties? That's why we offer the first prayer for all the acts we perform. Now, we are also going to start this. We started this prayer with the Ganesha prayer and Guru. Respect to Guru is also very important, so we started like that. Now, this prayers or even the name of Ganesha is chanted for every act before we start, so that we'll be assured that no difficulties or hindrance will happen to that. So be it your homework or your examinations or even competitions, when you join you can chant within you and then go for it, and you can be well assured that he is going to protect you during the performance. Also great havens, even Veda chanting. Vedas are so powerful mantras, but even before you chant Veda, the first prayer is offered to Lord Ganesha because he can remove all the obstacles. There have been incidents that some people forgot to pray to him first and started a project which faced a lot of obstacles. So he has got the authority to remove all the obstacles. Obstacles means vigna. So he can remove all the vignas. So he is called Vigneshwara. Ganesha has got various names. Ganesha means he is the Lord of Ganas. That is one name. The second name what we saw is Vigneshwara. Now his figure with the elephant trunk and a big belly, when you see from the side, you can see it like symbol of Om. You know what Om is? Om is called Pranava or the primordial sound. When Paramatma created the universe, like all the planets, the sun, moon, earth, and all the creations, the first sound which emerged is called the Pranava. That is Om. It has got 3 syllables, A, U, and Ma, and we chant like this. Om is the most powerful and it pervades every cell of the creation. And when you see Ganesha from a profile, you will see his body represents the Om. You can see in the picture on the screen. So he is also called Pranava Swarupa.
Pranava Swarupa Pahi Gajanana Vignanasha Vinayaka Pranava Swarupa Pahi Gajanana Vignanasha Vinayaka Ekadanta Gunavanta Vignanasha Vinayaka Ekadanta Gunavanta Vignanasha Vinayaka Pranava Swarupa Pahi Gajanana Vignanasha Vinayaka Shrutajana-palana Sindhuravadana Vignanasha Vinayaka Shrutajana-palana Sindhuravadana Vignanasha Vinayaka Mahadeva Shiva Gauri Nandana Vignanasha Vinayaka Mahadeva Shiva Gauri Nandana Vignanasha Vinayaka Pranava Swarupa Pahi Gajanana Vignanasha Vinayaka Pranava Swarupa Pahi Gajanana Vignanasha Vinayaka Ekadanta Gunavanta Vignanasha Vinayaka Pranava Swarupa Pahi Gajanana Vignanasha Vinayaka Shrutajana-palana Sindhuravadana विघ्ननाशा विनायका श्रुतजनपालना सिन्दूरवदना विघ्ननाशा विनायका महादेव शिवगौरी नन्दन विघ्ननाशा विनायका महादेव शिवगौरी नन्दन विघ्ननाशा विनायका प्रणवस्वरूपा पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाशा विनायका.
Another important name you should know is based on this elephant head. A common word in Sanskrit to describe an elephant is Gaja. So, in the word Gaja, there are two syllables, Ga and Ja. Ga means Gadi. Gadi is the final goal where towards which every creation has to go back. Ja means Janma, which has taken birth. So, the meaning of this Gaja means God from whom the world came out and towards whom the creations have to go. That is signified in his name, so he is called Gajanana. And since he's got an elephant face, he is sometimes called Gajavadana. Vadana means face, he is called Gajavadana. These are the important names which reflect his power and the values he has. Now we come to the description of his body. It's very unique, isn't it, his body? He's got an elephant head and a pot-bellied body. The big head, first of all we'll see the head. It's very big because he always thinks big, and he says you also think big, don't think small things. Because head is the place where you always think, right? So the head is shaped big so that he says please think big, don't go for menial small things. His eyes are very, very small because it will only see good things. It will concentrate very much and see good things. So he also says, children, you always see the good. Don't see the bad things and then feel bad. Okay? And how are his ears? They are huge and big. Why? He says you have to listen more and more and more. Shravanam, we say. Listen more. Listening and hearing are two different things. Hearing means every sound goes inside. It will go into one ear and gets out that side. Whereas listening means whatever the sound goes, you will understand the meaning and put it into use, and you have to apply. So listening is more important. His large ears are saying that you need to listen more. Same time, his mouth is small. It says talk less. You know why we should talk less and listen more? When you talk, you dissipate a lot of energy. You waste a lot of energy. That's why big saints and all go for Mauna Vrata. They don't talk for days or months, and that saves energy. So simply frivolous talking, making noise is going to remove a lot of energy from your body, which is not very, very good. So he says, talk less, listen more. By listening more, you get more knowledge how to lead a very good life and how to become very intelligent in both spirituality and in the materialistic life. Okay. Another important thing is he has got only one tusk. When God created the creations, He provided with certain symbols for each creation. For example, peacock. Its feathers are so beautiful. So it's a pride of peacock, right? The cocks, the simple cocks have crowns. That's the pride of the cock. The list is endless. So everybody, lion has got a thing, different things, very symbolic of it. So the elephants have tusks. It's very great pride, but he didn't hesitate when he was required to for a purpose. He didn't hesitate. He broke one of his tusk and started using, and he didn't bother about that, because nowadays people are so much worried about their body. So they say, oh, I'm fat, I'm very short, I should be tall, I'm very dark, I'm not fair, and other things. Ganesha teaches there's nothing to worry too much about the body, appearance of a body. You have to keep it fit. Whether you're small, short or tall, it doesn't matter at all. The outward appearance doesn't matter. The beauty of the inside soul and what values you're practicing becomes more important. That is what he taught, because the elephant's tusk is very important and losing one tusk is a big issue, but he didn't make it as a big issue to teach the humans, don't worry about the appearance. Now the trunk, the elephant trunk he has got, it also teaches a value. You know what? It will extend to give the boons to the devotees. So it will come like this and give a boon, and again it can extend to receive the prasad offered by the devotees also. So it has got high level of adaptability or adjustment. It will move whenever needed and does all the work, receiving and giving. So Ganesha teaches us that we should always share and care, give and forgive. This is the value being taught by the trunk of Ganesha. What about the big belly? It is really funny. Definitely it draws the devotees, especially children, to nice to look at the big belly, and you like, if you ask the Balvikas children which god form you like, most of them say, oh Ganesha, 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 because of this look itself. The belly is the attractive one. Besides that, it has got an important meaning. It says that I will digest everything. So good or bad, negative things or positive things, everything he will digest inside, and he retains his calmness. So he teaches the mankind that life may be difficult sometime, pleasant sometime, not always it will be good, not always it will be bad. So take everything, digest it and be calm. That is what the big belly is teaching us. Now coming to hands, he's got 4 hands. Okay, the first hand is like a blessing form. He's so happy to bless his devotees. All is required is pray from your heart, Ganesha, please help me, he will bless you. Be assured about the children. And then the other hand is he's got a modaka, which is a very delicious sweet. So he says, it's a reward for your bhakti. If you really pray to me from your heart with all the love, and you'll get sweet things in your life. And the other 2 hands is teaching a big philosophy. In one he has got an axe. Axe is what is used to cut. Farmers use that to remove all the weeds sometime and to cut things. So Ganesha says, don't be too attached to everything. This is my toy, I will not give it to anybody. This is mine, that is that, and all that. Don't be attached to anything. So he cuts off all the bonds with the axe. The other hand, he's got a rope, and the rope is very good use. You know for what he uses? He will tie you with the rope if he loves you and you love him, and he'll pull you close to him. So he uses his rope for that. See, everything he has got a meaning. Then comes the mouse. He's using mouse as a vehicle. That's what we are told. But there's a deep meaning for that also. This mouse symbolizes desires. Like, what is desire? You keep asking for everything. I want this. You have a phone. Tomorrow iPhone 11 or iPhone 13 comes. No, I want that phone. I want this iPad. You know, the list is endless. Humans are not satisfied with what they have. They want the better thing, and they get attached to those things. So he says, keep your desires under control. And Ganesha says, I ride on the mouse, which is a desire, and keep the desires under my control. So you also ride on the desires and keep them under the control. Don't allow the desires to ride on you. This is what he wants to tell us by the mouse. And in the end, you can always see a plate of sweets. Prasada is kept at the feet of Ganesha, and this indicates the whole world is at the feet and is waiting for your asking. You pray sincerely and ask, he can give you anything. Isn't he a wonderful God, a child God? Not only he attracts physically, he teaches lot of things in a playful way. That's why many of us love Ganesha. going to see 5 small stories which is linked to the human values he practiced. So I told you the first important value is truth, and the truth is the basis, the root of all the other 4 values. Truth is otherwise called Satya. Once Narada brought a miraculous fruit of knowledge and went to Mount Kailasha and offered it to Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati, who are the parents of Ganesha and Lord Kartikeya. Only one fruit was given. The parents were in dilemma. They have 2 children to whom they should give this fruit. So they said, we'll have a competition. One who goes around the universe 3 times around and come back first, they will get the fruit. Now Kartikeya instantly got up. He is very slim. You know, fat people find difficult to move. Slim people can run easily, and also his peacock is faster than the mouse. So he rode on the peacock and went to go around the universe. Now Ganesha was in a dilemma. He was thinking for a minute. Now he knows that he's fat, he can't run. He knows that mouse is not. So he thought for a minute, and he always has a spirit of inquiry in him. So he realized for him the entire world, the entire universe are his parents. So he went thrice around, circumnavigate around his parents and in the prostration, and he told, my parents are the world and universe to me, and please bless me. So this is a wonderful gesture, and he was awarded the fruit of knowledge with the parents. Now, what value is teaching? Value of reasoning, self-knowledge, and spirit of inquiry. He was inquiring. Nothing. He knew his difficulties, but he overcame by inquiring in the self-knowledge, which is the basis of truth, or called Satya.
Jai 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 Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka, Jai 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 Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka, Jaya Shubha Mangaladayaka, Vidya Buddhi Pradayaka, Jaya Shubha Mangaladayaka, Vidya Buddhi Pradayaka, Gajavadana Gauri Nandana, Gajavadana Gauri Nandana, Gajavadana Gauri Nandana, Gajavadana Gauri Nandana, Gangadhara Shiva Shambho Nandana, Gangadhara Shiva Shambho Nandana. Jai 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 Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka, Jaya Shubha Mangaladayaka, Vidya Buddhi Pradayaka, Gajavadana Gauri Nandana, Gajavadana Gauri Nandana, Gangadhara Shiva Shambho Nandana, Gangadhara Shiva Shambho Nandana. Jai 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 Gananayaka, Jai Jai Vigna Vinashaka.
The next value is called right conduct. Right conduct is duty, and duty with devotion, duty with responsibility, and duty with doing it sensibly. Goddess Parvati created Lord Ganesha by carving in a turmeric paste. Turmeric she made a paste of turmeric and he carved a statue of a boy and she gave prana or life into it. She breathed the life into that and it became Ganesha. And Ganesha initially had a human face, not the elephant face. So that day she told, I'm going to have a bath, so I'm closing the door. You have to guard the door and don't allow anyone to enter. No matter who they are, they should not enter this. The dutiful Ganesha was standing at the door and trying to guard the door. Lord Shiva was on a tour somewhere and he landed there. He has never seen Ganesha before and he didn't know because he was created by Goddess Parvati in his absence. He tried to enter pushing the door because he wanted to meet Goddess Parvati. After a long trip he has come back. Naturally he wanted to meet his wife. And Ganesha stopped him. And he said, no, whoever you are, you can't. My mother has told me to stop this. And there was a small fight which broke up. In the anger, Lord Shiva cut Ganesha's head off. And Goddess Parvati heard this. She came rushing out and she said, what have you done? This is our son. And Lord Shiva realized his mistake. So he sent the Ganas to the forest and said, get the head of the first creature whom you see and bring it to me. And they transplanted the elephant. They saw an elephant first, they transplanted to him and he has an elephant head. And what does this teach us? Such a duty bound. He even sacrificed his head, knowing that he was a small and a big person. He fought with them to protect his word to his mother, and he was so dutiful, which is representing the value of right conduct or dharma. Now we come to the peace. Now, peace. You all know sage Vedavyasa, right? Who wrote the greatest epic in the world, Mahabharata. He actually composed the verses, but he needed somebody to write it on the palm leaf those days. So he went and requested Lord Ganesha to help him to write as he was watching the war and chanting the verses in a great speed, and Ganesha was to write it on the palm leaf. There was an agreement between both of them. He said, Ganesha agreed to do this work provided sage Vedavyasa will not stop or pause for any minute. He said, I can't wait. You keep on chanting, I'll be writing. Vedavyasa also said that whenever you write it, you should understand the meaning before you write. So this was a deal between them and it happened and they were writing. In the middle of the project, the instrument which Ganesha was using for writing, nowadays we use pen and pencils. Those days it was like a feather dipped and it was written. It broke. He didn't waste a minute or second. He broke his tusk, I told you earlier, and he started using his tusk to carve the verses. Now, he sacrificed his own tusk, which is very, very important, for a commitment he has made that he would not stop. And he was calm after that. He was dignified after that. This calmness, dignity, and self-control are all the features of the value peace. Shanti.
Ekadantam Mahakayam Tapta Kanchana Sannibam Lambodaram Visalaksham Vandeham Gananayakam.
We come to another value called love or prema. Once Ganesha went for a party which was hosted by Lord Kubera. Lord Kubera is a king of wealth. He is the richest person. He had a lot of wealth. So he gave a very big lavish party with lots of food and lots of sweets. You know, Ganesha loves lot of sweets and food also. You can see by his figure, he loves it. So what he did, he enjoyed everything and he ate. As he gulped things, his belly became bloated, big like a balloon. Now suddenly he realized, now when he walks out, everybody will see and laugh at him. He was feeling shy. He said, no, I'll wait for the night. and I'll slip off so that nobody sees my belly and laugh at me. And night came and he started slipping out. But there was one person in the night watching. Who? The moon. Moon comes only in the night, right? The moon was watching, started laughing and making mockery at Ganesha. Seeing this, he looked up to see the moon, so he stumbled and fell and rolled on his belly. This scene was more hilarious, more laughter by the moon. So Ganesha got angry and cursed the moon. Get away from the sky, you'll never ever be in the sky, get lost. Now what happened? When the moon goes away, the darkness is so much and the whole world will suffer because the moon gives us light in the night, right? So the moon god also realized his mistake that you should not make fun of anybody. So he came and asked for forgiveness. And Ganesha easily, very lovable, no? So he easily forgave the moon. But once the curse is given, you cannot remove it entirely. So Ganesha said, one day in a month you have to get out of the sky. You cannot be in the sky. That is why this is Amavasya. And that day we call it new moon. You can't see the moon. He reduced the curse and forever to only one day. This all-loving, forgiving nature is the basis of love or prema value. Lastly, the fifth value what Ganesha taught was non-violence. Non-violence means, we all know violence means hitting somebody, right? But Baba says something more than that. Not hurting anyone with your thought, word or action or deed. In the thought also you should not think bad for others. Oh, let him fail or he should not win. No, you should not think bad because God lives in everybody. You should not even think bad for others. You should not speak harsh words because words will hurt more. You should not do that, as well as don't physically hurt anyone. This is the important for non-violence value. But something is greater than that, that it is called universal love. You need to exhibit love on all the creations of God. So this is the most important feature of non-violence. In addition to the three, you should not think bad the thought, word and deed, but also exhibit universal love to all the creations, whether it is animate or inanimate objects created by God. We have to see God in everything. So this is a story. I told you, Ganesha and brother Kartikeya lived with the parents, Shiva and Parvati in Mount Kailasha, which is in Himalayas. One day he was very bored. The child, all children like to play, right? So he went to call his brother to play with him, but Kartikeya was busy with some work, so he could not call him. So he went out into the garden. He thought he'll find somebody, bird or somebody to help play with him, but the birds were busy singing. Then what about the bees and the butterflies? They were busy collecting the pollens. So none of them came to play with him. So he sat under the tree very sad because he couldn't find anybody to play with. But then he saw his pet cat there. So he patted the cat and said, let's play. But the cat yawned like this and wanted to sleep. The cat was tired. She had finished her play. So she closed her eyes and she was sleeping. And Ganesha patted her twice, thrice, kept on and every time she refused to get up and she was sleeping. So he got angry. So he scratched the face of the cat and she said, okay, today I can't play anyway, I'm hungry, let me go and eat, go to my mom. But what did he see when he went to the kitchen to see the mom? Goddess Parvati's face, there was a scratch mark on the face. He said, he panicked, he said, Mom, how did you get injured? This mark on your face, how did you get hurt on your face? Goddess Parvati. So he went to the kitchen to ask his mom for some food. What did he see? He saw a scratch mark on his mom's face. So he was so upset. He asked, Mom, how did you hurt your face? Goddess Parvati coolly answered, Ganesha, you scratched my face. Ganesha was shocked. For a minute he thought, and being very intelligent, he understood. He only scratched the cat, but it went to the mother. Then he tried to ask, how come, mom? And Goddess replied, you hurt the cat and I felt the pain because I am the mother of all the living things. You are all the children of God, so you must not hurt anyone. So this was the teaching of the mother to the son, and Ganesha promised his mother that he will never hurt anyone ever again, and he kept to the promise. Later on, he taught his mother the same value when Parvati forgot about this. What happened? Goddess Parvati once had a doubt. They said her husband, Lord Shiva, provides for every creation in the world. Every small or big is a God who is providing everything. So one day she wanted to test Lord Shiva. So she saw some small black ants. So she said, is my dear husband taking care of his needs of the ants? Let me test. So she picked a couple of them and put it in a box and closed the box and left it. And Lord Shiva was doing his work of helping the creations, and he came back. Goddess Parvati asked, have you finished helping all the creation of yours? Lord Shiva is God, right? He knew everything what Parvati was up to. He smiled and said, yes, including the box where you put those ants, I have saved them also. So immediately she rushed and opened, and she saw some rice particles, cooked rice particles, and the ants were having a feast with the rice. So she smiled, she was very happy, and she said, oh, my doubt has been cleared. God takes care of every little thing, every little need of the creation. So she was very happy. But now Shiva said, go to the garden. Your son is searching for you. Ganesha is searching for you. So she rushed to the garden where she saw, she was shocked. Ganesha, he's always very hungry. So he was so tired and looked very dehydrated, very hungry, He said, Ganesha, my son, what happened? Why do you look like that? He said, Mom, I'm very hungry. What happened to the food I gave? Then he said, I saw you putting those ants in the box. It's not correct. They'll die without food. So I gave all my food to the ants. He only said, you should not hurt anyone. You should help everybody. Help ever, hurt never. And that's what I did. And this is the story where the son taught the mother back what she taught. So he was given the boon, and the ants were named as Pillayar Erumbu, that is, the ants of Lord Ganesha. Got the title. Those ants are blessed to get the title of the Lord. These are the values. There are more and more leelas taught to the children level. It's small episodes. This is Auntie Mami signing off. Till I see you again. Enjoy. Help ever, hurt never. Love all and serve all. Thank you.
प्रथम वंदना गौरी नंदन प्रथम वंदना गौरी नंदन हे शिवनंदन पाहि गजानन हे शिवनंदन पाहि गजानन प्रथम वंदना गौरी नंदन एकदंत गुणवंत विनायक विघ्नहरण शुभमंगल चरण प्रणव स्वरूप पाहि गजानन प्रणव स्वरूप पाहि गजानन प्रथम वंदना गौरी नंदन